Hey folks, so what we have going on here is we have this thing called a team carousel. It's sort of basically it's just a modified version of the Bootstrap carousel, and it includes sort of 4 columns with each transition. So we go click and there's 1, 2, 3, 4 columns with each group, if you want to call it that, which it is called. And we have a picture, we have a title, a description, and that's it. And if you ever worked with a Bootstrap carousel before, similar process throughout, but I want to walk you through and show you how to at least change the pictures, how to add and remove groups. And the thing I'm going to say right up front is this is a component that's based off a group, and there's 4 columns per group. If you're going to go down to, you can go to 2 or 3 columns, even 1 if you wanted to. If you do that, everything in here is going to get a whole lot bigger. So if you're going to go with fewer columns, I would suggest maybe 3. You could remove a column and go to 3 if you wanted. That wouldn't be too much of a problem. If you're going to go to 2, I would almost recommend you have 2 blanks and then 2 images in the middle, or 2 on the end. I'd probably go in the middle. It would look a little bit better. Okay, so let's just run in here and take a look. Change a picture, title, description, and then we'll take a look at the columns and that sort of thing. So we'll just pop into Expression Web. And this one is actually located in the components. It's in the carousels and the team carousel folder right here. There we go. We'll click that open, go to the design view, and like everything else in the design view we've encountered, you'll have access. You can change the picture, the title, and the description right here. Of course, to change a picture, you just double click. Your images are going to be stored in the images folder right here. Oops, right there. There's where the pictures are stored in a logical sequence. We're team-1 through 12, right? But you can double click and you hit the browse button, and then you can go browse to wherever you put your replacement pictures. Now, the size of the images, that's an important thing. 400 by 400. They don't show up as 400 by 400 here, but that's the images we've used. The reason we went with that size is because if you do go to 3 or 2 columns, working with a larger image to start with actually gives you a little bit more flexibility. If you started off with a small 150 by 150 image, you'd have to increase the size of all your pictures. So that's why we went that route. Now, how does this work? Obviously, the picture I showed you, the name and the description. This is just text which you would scrub over, and you just change it in the window. Right? Now, if we flip to code view, if you want to add more groups, it's all listed here. First group of 4. We're going to scroll on down. You have to find the closing comment tag, and there it is, first group of 4. That's the beginning and the end of the first group. Then we have the second group of 4. We can scroll all the way down until we find the sort of closing bit there. And then we have second group of 4 right there. And then we have the third. So that's how those group of 4 images are all sort of bundled into the code. If you want to add another group, you do need to do it through code view. Okay, and you would just copy an existing group. So we'll take the third one right here, scroll all the way down until we find the third group of 4, the closing one, and we'll copy, and then we'll just go down below, and then we'll paste it in there, and now we have an entire new group of images. Now, I mentioned earlier you can go down to 3 columns or even 2 columns per group. And how that works is this. Excuse me. We have a div class right here for each slide. So there's a slide commented as well. Then we have a div class, and it's set to column small 3. Well, what we need to do is we need to set it to actually column small 4 if we want to have a 3 column. Okay, and we only have to change this one here. This is for your cell phone right here. You don't need to really change that. It goes 2 by 2 and it'll look really good. But we'll scroll on down here, and we're going to go to 4 right here, and then 4 right here. And then we're going to scroll down, and we have to get rid of the last one. So we actually need to remove the last slide of the group because we're only having 3, right? So let's just save, and I'll just preview the page now, and we'll just sort of see what changes that looks like. Boom. See, we have 3 there. Automatic. But the pictures are a little bit bigger now. Then we can zip over, and now we have 4 smaller ones. So you can sort of mix and match. But this guy here, if we only wanted 2, imagine these guys, how much bigger they are. If we went to 2, it's going to be another almost twice the size as you see right now. So what we're going to do is go back to our thing, and let's just say we want to go with just 2 picks, what I would actually suggest you do is start with, here's our second group of 4. See this class of IBC background wrapper? Yeah, just do a right click, select tag, and delete off the first one. Leave the second, leave the third, go to the fourth, and here we go, IBC BG1 wrapper, right click, select tag, delete, save, and now we'll get this sort of unique looking thing where, boom, we got 2 there, and then we have 2 in the middle right there. So it looks pretty sharp. Okay, and the only other thing to mention here is, just like all other Bootstrap carousels, we got the buttons down here. All right, if you're going to add or remove or do whatever you're going to do, right here are the indicators. So if you're going to add more groups, you need to add more buttons, just like that. So if we went with an extra group, then you need to number it sequentially, like so, and then that's it.